1 year ago, I gave a young lady a ride home. She was very drunk. It was the weekend of St. Patrick's Day, and a lot of people were making bad decisions.
Hey! Fucking stay here!
Could I drive her all the way from Hollywood to Orange County without her vomiting in the car? That was the big challenge that night. Considering it was St. Patrick's Day weekend, it had been a mediocre Saturday night. I hadn't made very much. At 1:20 a.m., I got a rideshare request to pick somebody up in Hollywood and drive them to Orange County, almost 32 miles, for $33.50. Not amazing, but it was the biggest fare request I had gotten that night, and I thought because of the time, it might go quick. The pickup spot was at the corner of La Brea and Hollywood Boulevard, in this little mini-mart, where there was a crowd of people, none of whom turned out to be my passenger. I waited around for the allotted 5 minutes and change before I finally called them up to see where they were. I suspected the pickup spot was wrong.
Hi, this is the Uber driver. Liv sent me to this mini mart.
This passenger had a lot of red flags. They were hiccuping on the phone, and they didn't know where they were or where I was.
I don't know where you are. I'm in the street.
She kept asking questions she already had the answers to, like what kind of car I had, the color, where I was. These were signs I should cancel the ride, because it was going to be bad.
White Mazda 3. I'm in a white car. My lights are flashing. A white car. My lights are flashing.
This was 3 months into doing rideshare driving again. And I gotta say, I should have known better than to have persisted.
Okay, I'm gonna do this one more time and then I'm gonna leave. Taking a left. I'm taking a left in front of Ruffalo's.
This last pass turned out to be the cursed golden ticket for this passenger. She finally saw me and got in the car. She looked very nice, but she also looked super drunk. So I offered her a barf bag, which she said she didn't need. Every few moments, she would loudly hiccup and then apologize for hiccuping. I told her it was fine, then she passed out. We were cruising on the 101 when we came to a dead stop in the center lane, near the exit for the 110. Then I made the critical error of going into the right lane instead of the left. I had played it cautious by trying to avoid pulling out in front of the faster moving traffic on the left. I put myself in a position where I was going to be stopped by this accident up on the right. And then the highway patrol approached, and I didn't have the nerve to pull out in front of them, which I probably could have if I just kept moving like that Honda CR-V up ahead. Luckily, there didn't appear to be any injuries serious enough for paramedics to come, but my night was about to get significantly worse. I took some solace in the fact that I had another little Mazda buddy right behind me. Highway Patrol took a very drunk-looking man into custody. He looked like the villain from a movie about fraternities or a summer camp under threat from a real estate developer.
Hey! Fucking stay here!
It took them quite a while to get him in the back of the squad car, and in that time my passenger came to and had a few questions that I tried to answer.
There was a wreck in front of us. The cops made us stop. Arresting this guy. The wreck's like up to the right.
Then it became clear that if they wanted to put this person in the back seat, they needed to reorganize their gear. It was here that the passenger requested the barf bag that I previously offered.
Yeah.
I knew this meant I was toast. Challenge failed. I then made a rather pathetic attempt to see if they would let me just sneak by since my passenger was actively sick in the car. But that was not a realistic expectation given what was happening in front of us.
Yeah, I know. I
I'm trying to get you out of here though, okay?
Okay, yeah.
My passenger continued to get sick, so I gave her a towel and a second bag as backup. And then when she was taking a break from vomiting, she had some more questions about what was taking so long and why we weren't going home.
Well, to get the guy in the back, they had to unload. The back was covered with their bags. Now he's repacking his trunk.
She seemed like a nice young lady, but now the challenge was on her end. could she keep from spilling her vomit from the bag or bags I gave her and onto the interior of my precious 2013 Mazda 3 and incur a cleaning fee?
Okay, when I open it up, you're gonna merge to the right and stay in the far left lane, okay?
Okay, sure.
When I open it up, okay? When
Merge
I
to
move my
the
car.
okay. Merge to the right or to the
No,
left?
to the left. I'm sorry.
To the left.
Yeah,
Yeah,
to the left. Thank
yeah.
you.
I didn't want to question her directions, but since the accident was on the right, I didn't want to get them wrong either. And after what turned out to be about 16 minutes of being stopped on the 101, we were able to move forward and alleviate what I imagined was somewhere between 5 to 30 miles of traffic backed up behind me. I was a little worried about driving directly over a road flare, but it was now time to fly down to Orange County on the 5
Oh, it's a Tesla.
and let this young lady get out of my car and take her vomit with her. But sadly, after just a few miles, we came to a complete stop once again. I hope no one was seriously injured in this accident, but it appeared to be worse than the previous one. And we spent the next 16 minutes trying to get past what could have been avoided if navigation had just sent us to the 60 East, to the 710 to go south, back to the 5, past this multi-car wreck. I was eventually able to snake my way around, and this fare, which had been initially sold as a little over half an hour for $33.50, turned into an hour and 20 minutes for $34? That seems wrong, but anyway, we finally got there.
I think we're here. Where's a good spot to drop you off?
I stopped the car, got out to help her, and found that there was vomit spilled all over the seat. And I told her, hey, you got vomit all over my seat. And she just laughed and walked away. Then I tried to leave as quickly as possible, but then I realized this gate was not automatic. I needed a clicker or permission from someone that lived here to exit. Luckily, even though it was almost 3 a.m., there were some people in the parking lot, and they helped me.
I appreciate it, man.
I rushed out to the nearest 7-Eleven, 10 minutes away. Hopefully, they would have some upholstery cleaner, which of course they didn't. And knowing that time was of the essence in terms of smell and stains, I raced back to Northeast LA to see if I had any left in the house. I did. I quickly used it. I then went to a late-night car wash with vacuums I could use. And then I drove to the all-night CVS in Pasadena to get more upholstery cleaner, getting flashbacks to early morning hours of New Year's 2020 and the night my dog grabbed a skunk out of nowhere. Nowadays, I'm much more prepared with various cleaning implements stashed around the car, including this upholstery spray. This one is not under pressure like the upholstery cleaner I usually use, this one, which if left in a hot car could potentially explode. I'd share the interior pics from that night that I used to get a cleaning fee, but they're really gross, so I'll instead share these. From when I drove a young man to a rehab center in Orange County and he decorated my back seat with these Nerds gummy clusters, that netted me a nice $20 cleaning fee. The cleaning fee I received on the night that I drove that young lady from Hollywood to Orange County was $150, which I don't think is worth it. But like the lady who spilled a glass of wine I didn't know she had, or the other lady who spilled a bowl of soup I didn't know she had, you would never know it. Butch, the car, remains very presentable. Please like and subscribe for more.